You need to get that kid out of here before I call the police, she barked, phone already in hand. My son, Ethan, sat in his wheelchair, clutching a paper boat, tears welling in his eyes. That was the moment I knew this woman had no clue who she was dealing with. It was a quiet Sunday morning, the kind where birds chirped and sunlight spilled into our farmhouse kitchen, mingling with the aroma of bacon and coffee. Ethan, my 12-year-old son, was ready before I could finish my coffee. Born with cerebral palsy, his legs didn't work like most kids, but his spirit shone brighter than anyone's. That morning, he was eager to wheel down the public trail near our home to watch ducks at the pond, a ritual that brought him joy. The trail, though close to the HOA neighborhood, was county land, not their property. We'd moved here 6 months ago for peace after I transitioned from field duty to sheriff. I thought this rural spot would be perfect for Ethan. I was wrong. Enter Linda Harris, the HOA president who ruled like a dictator. Neighbors whispered about her fining people for minor infractions, wrong paint shades, unapproved flowers. Ethan had passed her house before, never bothering anyone, just a kid with a paper boat dreaming of floating it in the pond. That morning he waved, calling, "Back in 40, Dad!" I smiled, unaware of the storm brewing. 15 minutes later, my radio crackled. "Sheriff Daniel, report of a trespasser near Willow Pond." My heart sank. Ethan was the only one out there. I sped to the scene, finding Ethan's wheelchair by the pond, his boat bobbing on the water, and Linda standing over him, phone to her ear, spewing venom. "Get that kid out before I call the cops." I stepped out of my cruiser, badge gleaming. Linda's smug face froze as I approached. "Ma'am, did you call about my son?" Her jaw dropped. "Your son?" she stammered. "I'm Sheriff Daniel Hayes." "That's Ethan. We live right there," I said, pointing to our farmhouse. She tried to backtrack, muttering about strangers and HOA rules, but I cut her off. "That trail's public land. He's done nothing wrong." Her eyes narrowed, unaccustomed to defiance. "Other residents complained," she snapped. I stared her down. "No complaints on my desk." "Harass my son again, and we'll have a problem." Ethan's voice broke the tension. "Did I do something wrong, Dad?" My heart cracked. "No, buddy. Some folks forget what kindness is." I helped him retrieve his boat, guiding him home as Linda watched, silenced for now. But I knew this wasn't over. She'd crossed the line, and I wasn't just a dad, I was the sheriff. Back home, rage simmered. Linda hadn't just threatened Ethan, she'd humiliated him. I'd faced criminals, but her smug entitlement burned deeper. I decided to watch and wait. The next day, I pulled county records confirming the trail was public. I tucked a map in my glove box, sensing I'd need it. Then came an HOA letter in our mailbox, accusing Ethan of unsafe activity near their homes, citing a fake bylaw. A handwritten note from Linda read, "Hope this clears things up. Regards, L." Her audacity fueled me. I started a file. Harris incident. Maps, call logs, the letter, everything went in. I verified with the county that the HOA had no claim to the trail. 3 days later, Linda escalated. A video appeared on the neighborhood app, posted by l.harris.hoa, showing Ethan by the pond with the caption, "Suspicious kid loitering. Watch your kids." Comments poured in, some cruel, painting Ethan as a threat. He came home quiet, saying kids on bikes called him a creep. My stomach churned. Linda's poison was spreading. I saved the post, contacted the app admin to preserve it, and installed trail cams near the pond. 2 days later, Ms. Evelyn, a no-nonsense neighbor, called. She'd seen Linda snapping photos by the pond and confronted her. Linda snapped back. "The sheriff's kid doesn't get a free pass because he's disabled." Evelyn was livid, offering to testify. That night, my Kim caught a teen, Linda's grandson Tyler, tampering with something near Ethan's usual spot. Checking Ethan's wheelchair, I found a loosened bolt. This wasn't just harassment, it was dangerous. Then came the crash. A clinic called. Ethan had fallen, his wheelchair tipping after a wheel locked. A jogger found him, bruised and shaken. He heard laughter in the trees. I found a sabotaged screw in his chair, deliberate. Trail cam footage showed Tyler near the spot minutes before, crouching by the trail. My blood boiled, but I stayed calm, compiling evidence. I called a lawyer and the county ADA coordinator. This was now a felony, tampering with medical equipment. Linda didn't stop. Another video surfaced, captioned, "Why is this kid back after warnings?" Its angle came from a camera on a county utility pole, illegal surveillance. I reported it. Ethan asked if he should avoid the trail. "No," I said. "We don't back down." But the fear in his eyes haunted me. At a heated HOA meeting, Linda pushed for a fence to block the trail, lying about trespassing. I stood, map in hand, exposing the land as public. Evelyn called out Linda's obsession with Ethan. The room turned, the fence vote was tabled. Linda's final gambit was bold. Without permits, she hired a crew to build the fence. I photographed it and called the zoning board. They issued a stop order, confronting Linda with fines for illegal construction and possible misuse of HOA funds. She blamed Ethan, but the officer wasn't buying it. Meanwhile, the DA charged Tyler for tampering, with Linda under investigation as an accomplice. The HOA board crumbled. Members leaked financial discrepancies, missing funds, fake invoices, all tied to Linda. The audit hit hard. Over $17,000 misallocated, some for illegal cameras and a PI to spy on residents. At an emergency meeting, residents shared stories of Linda's tyranny. Evelyn's speech about Ethan's innocence sealed it. Linda was ousted, barred from leadership, and slapped with a no-contact order. She sold her house and left, her reputation in tatters. Ethan healed. A bench by the pond, donated in his name, bore duck carvings. He sketched again, laughing with kids who once shunned him. A news segment celebrated his courage, quoting him, "Kindness isn't weakness." The trail buzzed with families, a library box filled with Ethan's donated sketchbook. We sat by the pond, folding paper boats. Ethan said, "This one won't sink." I smiled. He'd won, not with anger, but with resilience. The neighborhood changed. Smiles replaced whispers. Ethan taught kids to fold boats, his laughter echoing. At a community picnic, they gave him a wooden sheriff's badge. As the sun set, Ethan pointed to a duck. "That's Deputy Waddle." We stayed, the pond now a place of peace. What do you think? Was Linda's campaign just misguided, or pure malice? Share your thoughts below and tell us, where's the line between community rules and personal vendettas? Hit that like button and subscribe for more stories of justice.